Hi, this is Randy Green and welcome to another episode of MCC Live to You. And today we're going to make strawberry jam. It's June, strawberry season's over in Florida, and for the past few months we've been buying strawberries every week, and I always wind up with just a few strawberries left over in the package that we wind up never eating, but they're not bad. So I wind up putting them in baggies and putting them in the freezer. So to make jam is really simple. It's just 8 cups of berries, and I have here mainly strawberries. There's a few blackberries, a few blueberries mixed in. So I have 8 cups of berries here. I'm gonna measure out 7 cups of sugar, juice of 1 lemon, and then at the grocery store you buy a Sure-Jell, which is pectin, and it requires 1 pouch. So basically everything into a pot, bring it to a boil. Once it does come to a boil, you add the pouch of gelatin, stir it for 1 minute, bring it back to a boil, turn it off. And I have a bunch of jars here that we're gonna put it into. So old method of canning would be to boil these first, add the jam or jelly to it, put the lids back on, bring them back into hot water for a few minutes to bring everything up to temperature, and then once it sits out, you'll hear that thumpy noise, and that's when you know that it's sealed properly and it's safe to leave on the shelf outside of refrigeration. However, for today, we're not going to do that. The jelly that I'm making, or the jam that I'm making, we are going to boil the glasses just for a minute to make sure they're sanitized. But then all of the jam that we make today is then going to be kept in a refrigerator. We're not making it so it's shelf stable. So it's really a very simple procedure. So now we've got our strawberries and 7 cups of sugar here in the pot. We're going to add the juice of a full lemon. And then at this point, we're just going to stir it occasionally and bring it to a boil. You do have to be very careful because once the sugar does get hot, it's going to be very hot and you don't want to burn yourself. So this is going to take probably about 20 or 30 minutes, and we'll come back in a little bit. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes already, and you can see how it's already begun to cook down. This is going to take another 15 or 20 minutes. Now, one thing is I put my fruit in whole and let it break down. Some people like to pulverize it first, or blend it first before it goes in the pot. I prefer a more chunkier jam. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes now, and I've been stirring on and off, but now we have to continue to stir constantly. Jam is at a rolling boil. Most of the pieces have broken down. There are a few in there, which I prefer. So right now, the only step is to add the pectin liquid and stir for 1 minute, and then it will set. So we're gonna get all this out of there. There we go, and just continuously stir for exactly 1 minute. Then we're gonna take it off the boil. If you don't like the white foam, you can add half a teaspoon of butter, and that would stop most of that foam from happening. Okay, so everything boiled now for a minute. We pulled it off to the side, and now we're going to very carefully add to our jars. You don't want to touch the glass jars because the liquid is, or was, just boiling. So keep your hands away. You can really get hurt doing this. You definitely don't want the kids around. And you just have to take your time. Level the ladles. The first lid I am going to do just over. But if the jar does get hot, which it is in a minute, you can always use a oven mitt or a hot glove. And last, we're going to do once you get the jars filled to the top, you want to actually leave about 1/4 of an inch so that there is a little bit of room for expansion. Right about there. Okay. And we're going to get all these guys filled up now. Okay, so very carefully put all of the jam into the jars. We're going to go ahead and just clean the rims before they cool down, put the lids on, and in the fridge they go. Now these again are the ones that I'm going to be refrigerating. I'm not canning them, so I'm not putting them back in boiling water. So actually I am gonna let them cool for about an hour on the counter before I put them in the fridge, without the top on, okay? And that's it. We're gonna try it in the morning. Okay.